Johnny, I'm going to lead him head first right into the net. So I'm going to spin him.
Buddy.
You ready? Here we go. That's a good fish. That's the way to start the day.
There you go. First blood there, buddy.
On a bucktail. I'll take it. That's a nice fish. That's a solid fish. Wow, nice fish.
There we go.
That might be a little better.
Oh, that bitch is screaming, Rick.
Wow.
You're watching Northeast Angling. We're proud to present inshore and offshore saltwater fishing. We cover every species from fluke and porgies to stripers, sharks, and tuna. You can learn more about techniques, tackle, and destinations at neangling.com. Now sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
Well, here we are with Captain John Marino, American Sport Fishing Charters. We just dropped the boat in at the Ponquag Bridge boat ramp. We got a good fluke bite going on at Shinnecock. Now we got 3 local Port Washington boys jumping to the South Shore to capitalize on some good fluke fishing.
John's a guy we fished with a lot. When it comes to fluking, we know that actually you two both live and die sometimes by this. I'm going to be along more like an observer trying to work my way through this.
What do you think, John?
Andy, I think you know this is like our addiction, right, Rick?
I think so.
This is what we live for. Now we're going to do it in, 70, 80 feet of water, bigger fish. I'm excited.
Yeah. Now we're just coming up to the inlet here. We're going to break the inlet, and we're going to start drifting. We're going to do something a little bit different than what we're normally doing with the stemming, but we may go back to that later. We're going to see what works. You guys ready?
Well,
I'm ready.
I've already established my excuse. I'm definitely ready to fish.
Let's go.
Let's do it.
There's a lot of bait right up in here.
Wow, look at all of it.
Yeah, let's get beyond it because we drift back into it. Right here. Here's the spot, guys. Right there. It's loaded right here. Hang on. Let me shut the drift off.
That's a good pile there.
Yeah, drop right down, right there.
Let's do it, guys. Now we got 6-ounce Spro bucktails on here.
And a whole squid
But
trailing.
the great thing about these bucktails, John, is if you look at them, they got like a 5-0 hook on them.
Yeah.
You know, it's so hard to find a heavy bucktail with a small hook. Andy, I'm going to give us a little shot of
You'll
reverse.
touch reverse.
Yeah, because we're
Just
sliding a
counter
little
the
bit.
wind a tiny bit.
And once we get to the bottom now, we're holding. And guys, we're ready to fish. Let's get them.
A little bit of touch there.
I got one laying here now. Oh, guys, that feels a little bit better, guys. That's got
Nice.
some weight to it. Oh, that's nice,
I
actually.
think Rich just drew first blood, Andy.
Ha!
I think so.
Feeling
Wow.
like a fluke also, guys.
It's looking like a fluke
Got that
now.
little bit of chatter on the tip. Let's see what we got here. I'm curious to see if he took the squid or the bucktail. It's
I'll
one
tell
thing
you-
though, when you set up on these fish, when you got the bucktail also, oh, there he goes. You gotta set, but you can't set too hard.
Right.
Because you got the trailer hook on the back now too. You gotta do that in between set, so it's a little bit different than what we're used to.
Wow, look at all the,
The
bait in
bait
the
and
water,
water
right here,
flashing
Andy.
by.
Oh wow, what is that, spearing? Or?
Yeah, look at it.
Well, guys, look, I got color on this. This is a nice fish.
John, you got the net there?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to-
wouldn't
So I
mind
got a
it.
little bit of a
Time out of
touch
my
here.
day.
It's on the bucktail too. This is a solid fish right here, guys.
Ugh.
This is a very solid fish. Johnny, I'm gonna lead him head first right into the net, so I'm
You
gonna
got it,
spin him.
buddy.
You ready? Here we go. That's a good fish. That's the way to start the day.
There you go.
That's
First blood there, buddy.
solid
On a
fish.
bucktail. I'll
First
take
blood.
it. That's a nice fish. That's,
That's
a
a
solid
beauty.
fish. Wow, that's a real good fish.
Hey, Andy, did that make a nice sandwich?
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
That's going to make a couple sandwiches.
That I'll take. Took the bucktail. Now the bucktail, John, I just had tip with spearing. We're tipping the bucktail with spearing, and we're drifting a whole squid in the back. But that's a solid fluke right there.
That's beautiful.
More solid, that's my dinner, so.
Yeah. I agree.
This one's going into, well, we'll make the cut off this size today. How's that sound?
It sounds good to
All
me.
right.
If that's all we're going to see, that's going to be
Yeah,
great.
I think we're looking for one a little bigger than that.
Well, I'm not too unhappy with this one, but now Andy, we mark that spot.
Absolutely.
Can we mark that spot?
Yeah, let's turn around, come right. We went over that little bit of a bump there.
All right, we're gonna
That's
go
where
right
the fish
back,
were.
right back on the drift where that bait was, because we talked about how important it is to mark that bait on the bottom. So let's do it. Oh, here we go.
Do you see one, Rich?
Yeah, it's got a little bit of weight to it, Andy. Not bad at all, actually.
Oh.
What's up?
Well, I'll tell you, one thing that's happened that's really helped us out is we switched to a 6-ounce bucktail, and that's new this year, right, Rich?
Yeah, like, you know, what's nice about that bucktail, Andy, it's got a size 5.0 hook on it. And it's so hard to find a heavy bucktail with a small hook. You know, most of them got 7.0s or 8.0s, and they tend to be a little too big for the fluke. Now, this fish hit the whole squid behind the bucktail. I'm maining the net here, John. It's not a bad looking fish. Definitely
All right, John,
a keeper.
you got that?
I got it now.
Definitely a keeper. So what I'll do, John, I'm gonna swing that fish right into you. There we go.
That's a decent little fish.
That'll definitely keep.
That's nice. I don't think we're going to see a lot of small stuff here. Nice pot of bait on the bottom.
That's what you're looking for also. You know,
Yep.
Andy, your machine out here is so important. You know, you just said it. Explain why.
One of the things that happens is we basically came out of the inlet blind. We didn't go looking for other boats. We got out in about the right depth of water where guys have been catching between 40 and 60. Saw some bluefish on top, working some bait, ran the boat around, and finally found bait hard to the bottom. And as soon as we did, that's where we found these fish.
Yeah, it's piled up. They're right on them. Let's put that in a well. Beauty.
Thanks, John.
Beauteous.
Let's get back in there, guys.
Visit the Northeast Angling website at neangling.com for nationwide saltwater charter directory, fishing news, and free fishing reports. You can also find dozens of techniques, tips, and tackle for every saltwater species. Now let's get back to the action.
Well, we're back here with Captain John Marino, Captain Andy Locascio, sitting right out in front of Shinnecock Inlet. What are we in, about 50 feet of water here, Andy?
Just about. We're marking a lot of bait here.
It's kind of where we want to be. We got a little bit of a sea breeze that came up, which is a good thing when you're doing the ocean. Oh, look at it doubling up. 2 men on. We were talking about that earlier, John. You want a little bit of a breeze,
Right.
you know, when these fish are there. This way you can move a little bit.
Yeah, we had a little pause in the action here when the wind died out.
You know, sometimes you got to be a little bit patient and wait through. We actually brought our bucktails down. Now we're back up to 6 ounces again.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, here we go. I'm in. Wow. All right, we know. A good thing to do right now, Andy, would be to reach back and hit that machine.
I'll mark our spot. I'm just
John, you got it? There you go.
There we
Perfect.
Got it now.
You know, and you know that's something you should talk about, Andy. Is how important is that? You know.
Well, if you can mark every time you hook a fish, sometimes you can just establish a lane that the fish are laying in, and just work your drifts along that.
Now, that fish will be very close to keeper, maybe a little bit shy, but we're gonna let this one go anyway.
I think that we all had cookie cutter fish there.
Yeah. But it's a sign of life anyway. So we'll get him back in the water, and we'll get some bait back out. But yeah, you know, you see the trend. You like, I always said, the hardest fluke to catch is the first one. You know, because you find one, you're generally gonna find others around them. People don't realize, John, these are actually a school fish. I mean, you know it. You see it by us, right?
Absolutely.
They're
They're predators too. They're gonna lay in wait. You know, you're gonna come over them. They're gonna wrap you. So.
What was that, Eddie?
Well, they're all going to lay in a lane. They're going to lay over a specific area. And, you know, sometimes that area, when it turns on, if you're able to stay on that and keep going back and forth, catch every last fish in that spot.
Yeah. I mean, you know, John, you and I, we've seen them in a Western Sound, like, I call it on a dime.
Right.
You know, you'll have like a little radius where them fish are laying. And, you know, you make that drift. And you'll notice a lot of times when people are drifting, too, they'll make a drift, they'll hook a fish, they'll go right back up. If you look at it, as soon as you get to that same spot, you had the last one.
Right.
They're there.
That's why we stem in the Western Sound. That's
Yep.
why.
Oh, nice one, Johnny.
Nice fish.
That was a nice set, nice everything.
Now,
Woo,
here we're not
good one,
stemming. It's a little different. We don't have a lot of structure here. We're over this open bottom, and we're trying to cover a lot of bottom here. So stemming isn't the best idea, and also with this current, you know, sometimes it's a little even. It's
I
even
might
tougher.
grab the net for you on this one, John.
I got
It
it
looked
for
like
you,
a
Rich.
decent
Yeah, it's a little
fish
better.
when
A
it's set up on it.
little better than the last
Here you
one.
go, buddy.
Ain't much better.
Not much better?
No.
That's not too bad, John. That's a nice looking fish.
Yeah.
Whoa, look at him pound.
Yeah.
You got him winged, John.
We winged this guy.
You got him winged.
Look at that.
Well, you know what I always say with the wingers?
They're in the boat.
They all look the same in a bucket.
Just.
You really can't tell where you hooked them.
They gotta be in the
when you get them in a pail.
in the boat. Then you can gloat.
But that's a good fish, Johnny. But again, now we know where this spot is.
Right.
So before we go anything else, we're gonna sit here. We're gonna drift a little bit longer, and if we lose this bite, we're gonna go right back up on this drift again.
And run through them one
Right
more
on the
time.
lines, right?
Yep.
All right, let's keep working these bucktails and see what happens.
Look at bait here. This doesn't look bad.
Oh, I got one, Andy.
I got another touch here.
I'm in up here.
Rich has got the hot hand today.
He's doing a great job up there. He says he's not leading the drift, but I feel like he's leading the drift. He's leading something.
I can't get any break whatsoever, you know that?
What are you gonna do?
Actually, John, is a decent fish.
Is it?
Yeah, I might need the net for
Let's
this one.
stick this here.
He took, now this one took the trailing squid. So he passed up on a bucktail and he went for the whole squid. That's a pretty good looking fish though, John. You ready?
Yeah, Rich, lift it up. Oh,
There we go, that'll work, huh?
works for me.
How's that, big guy?
Solid fish.
That's a beauty.
I still feel like we got a serious second
Oh,
fiddle going on
yeah.
here.
I think we gotta tie his hands behind his back.
Hey,
Look at that.
if there's fish down there that size, I'll fish with my mouth. You can't tie my hands together. That's a good one. I'll take that
I'm
anytime.
gonna let you come back here and take
I
this
will
hook
do
out.
that. I got no problem with that. That's a heck of a fish right there, buddy.
I
You
got
got
it.
him? You need help?
Yeah, I got it.
All right.
Well,
No,
sir.
Andy, now that I owe that to you though, because now we were running, you seen the bait on the machine, and you said, now, let's stop here. And you know, with the ocean fishing, that's kind of what you got to do, you know?
Right. There's not a lot of structure around here. There are no real pieces that we can get on. Just fish in depth, 40 to 60 feet of water, looking for a lot of bait and stopping on the bait.
How's that, John? How's that feeling? Pretty good
That
right
makes
there?
a nice sandwich,
That
Rich.
makes a nice sandwich, is
You're gonna
right.
hear that all day.
Baby, I'm hot tonight. Now that hit, like I said, that one was on the whole squid. The last big one we had was on a bucktail.
I watch you though. You were patient with that fish. You didn't set that hook right
Well,
away.
you know, Andy, we talked about that before. You know, you're going to work your bait. You want to make it look alive. But now when you feel that bite, you want to ease off on working that bait because you want to give that fish a chance to work his way up to the
Just gonna
hook.
let that bucktail lay right along the bottom. And you still got that squid trail in there. So even if he was on the bucktail, you got the squid following it up.
To give you an idea, he bit this squid completely in half. Now we're fishing a tandem rig from Spro. It's got a sliding hook on it, 2 Gamakatsu hooks, which is a great feature because you can adjust the length of the hooks to match the size of the bait you're trailing.
Should I do
John,
the
you got it
Should I
right
do the
there.
Vanna White?
And I'll tell you, it makes a big difference. And you got to remember one of the most important things is leave a little bit of belly in the line
Right.
between hook to hook because if it's tight, it's going to spin like a top.
And either way, we still put a swivel up the line between that long leader and the main line because you'll still get a little bit of spin and you don't want that spinning up.
Exactly. Well, I hope we marked that spot. Or I hope you got a range
Yeah,
on that
we'll
spot.
scoot back around on
Because
it.
I'd like to get back on that spot again on that little pile of bait you found.
Visit the Northeast Angling YouTube channel for hundreds of videos, including full-length episodes, exciting clips, product reviews, and instructional videos. And now, the exciting conclusion of Northeast Angling.
Well, we're back here at Captain John Marino. We're fishing about 60, 65 feet of water, fishing off of Shinnecock Inlet. And John, we finally tapped into this good ocean fluke bite.
Yeah, it's been a while, Rich. I really enjoy ocean fishing. We got a lot of beach here. Long Island, people don't realize there's a lot of beach to be covered here, from here to Montauk.
And it's not just Long Island, it's Jersey, Rhode Island, anywhere where you have this deep water fluke bite. In the last couple of years, it's gotten more and more popular.
Yeah, well, I think it's a lot more popular because it's a little bit more laid back, I think. People can put their baits to the bottom, cover a lot of ground. And let's face it, we're out here in the ocean. There's bigger fish in the ocean.
Right, and we've shown that today. Like, we've had a lot of great quality fish. We have very few throwbacks the whole day.
Yeah, I get you. I couldn't agree with you more, Andy. And you know what? I mean, it's not that type of. It's really not that.
Yelling there, Andy?
Yeah. Hey, there you go. Yeah, it's kind of simple once you get out of it. Because basically, what you want to do, like we said before, is look for the bait. John, you mentioned before you want to try to cover a lot of water, and with these long drifts, you can, right?
Right. We drove around here in a flat ocean, looking at the machine, trying to find some bait on the bottom, Rich. Found it balled up, and we just started there. We made a starting point.
Okay. Andy, you need a net for that fish?
I think I should be able to lay the net here. This feels like a net fish.
Okay.
Just gonna give John something to work
You're
with.
gonna give me the left-handed net job. All right.
But you're right, John. And, you know, John, you and I, we usually bucktail with the spinners and a little bit lighter than what we're using now. I mean, we're using what I would consider, what, medium tackle, wouldn't you say, John?
Yeah, what do we got, 20-pound braid on here?
20-pound Berkeley braid.
You know, we got a medium heavy
That's a nice fish.
rod.
That's
Yeah,
a good
beauty.
fish.
Take your time with that one, Andy.
On the bucktail, Andy?
Yeah, on the bucktail.
Very nice.
Nice.
Got it?
Nice fish, buddy. There you go. But I mean, you know, it's more of a relaxing way of fishing than what you and I are used to.
Right, we're used to
Andy's
working. We're used to working the boat. We're used to, you know, keeping on top of a piece all the time, structure. Here, you're out in the flats. We're keying in on the bait. We're drifting a really big bucktail on a medium rod. It's a lot of fun. When you do catch the fish, you know, you got a bend in the rod. It's exciting.
Yeah. You know, Andy, I remember, geez, one of the first boats I owned when I started fluking in general down by us in the West. I had that boat for 2 years, and I think I had somewhere in the neighborhood of 1,800 hours on that boat for 2 years. And I think 90% of them hours were attributed to fluking.
Yeah, basically spent all his time running in reverse.
Exactly.
Stemming the tide.
So you know what? Not to be sitting there playing with the controls all day and just putting it on a nice smooth drift. I know about you, John, but it's a nice break for me.
It is. You know, the other added bonus is that occasional real big monster fish that you get in the ocean.
You're right.
You know, you can get a 15-pound fish in the ocean.
Yeah, geez, that's the one you.
You know, that's a dream fish.
That's that's the fish of a lifetime. I mean, you know, I don't care what, anything over 7, 8, 6, 7 pounds.
Any fish over
is a
7 out
beautiful
here, I
fish.
think, is a
Yeah,
great
I
fish. And
agree.
we've had a couple of those today. It's been well worth it.
Well, what surprised me a little bit here also, guys, is that the mix of fish is not what we see on the North Shore. On the North Shore, we see fish consistent in size. Here you got shorts, you got fish in the middle, you got big fish.
Yeah.
Right, you can catch two shorts, and the next fish is 7 pounds.
Exactly.
Or
Now,
5
Andy,
pounds.
we launched out of Shinnecock today, and basically from where we dropped in, we had a nice short ride. But I mean, you could basically do this all up and down the South Shore, Long Island, Jersey, and you just keep in touch with your local bait and tackle shops. They'll give you reports where the bite is, because generally that bite moves with the bait.
Right.
You know, so you can trailer. I mean, there's areas where you can rent boats.
It's a lot of access to this kind of fishery.
I agree with. I mean, it's not just confined to people that boat on the South Shore. You know, we trailered from the North Shore this morning, and you know, we were fishing by what, 6 o'clock this morning, 7 o'clock this morning.
Yeah.
We were on the water fishing.
It
The
wasn't
only
more
thing
than
you need to
15
watch.
minutes.
The only thing you need to watch is you got to watch the Southwest. It usually comes up in the Northeast
Oop, that's
late in
touch.
the afternoon. Got one there, John?
I got something working here, Andy.
I
want to just drop back
while
a
we
little,
were chatting here, I just
bit
had
more line.
a monster hit that I missed, and you know, you looks like you're back a little
You know,
further
John,
behind
I'm going to go to that real fast because you just had a touch, and that's different by us.
Right.
You know, because when we're stemming, we back up to that bite.
Exactly.
Now, in the ocean, generally what you want to do is if you miss that bite, as soon as you can, free spool, drop back, see if that fish will come back.
Right, and they're real predators, these fish.
Oh,
they're,
yeah.
they're not going to back away from that coming
No,
at them.
they are
They're going
aggressive.
to charge the bait sometimes.
I agree with you. And a lot of times you'll notice if somebody misses one next to you, you know, you'll get a shot. Hey,
Oh,
Johnny!
there we go.
Got him, bud?
Oh
Yeah.
man, that's my fish.
That looks a little better, actually. Is that the one you missed?
That's the one I missed.
But you know what? I don't know if it is or it isn't, but I can tell you. I mean, I worked the party boats my whole life. I can't tell you how many times I've seen somebody drop a fish and a guy have a line out a little bit further back, pick that fish right up.
We
Sorry
don't
I
say
said-
the D word now.
Sorry, I said the D word when you were
Once we feed them steel, we don't talk like that, Rich. What's the matter with you?
You need the net fish?
I might
Yeah,
have
I
picked
think
you
so.
up.
Ooh, that's a
Yeah.
nice fish, John.
I might have picked you up.
Andy,
Ted.
you
Oh,
got
that's a good
Yeah,
fish.
yeah, let's just take our time
Get
with
that
it.
May
fish.
change
Don't
the
worry
pool.
about the
Don't worry
line.
about me.
Turn
You
that
know, I
fish
don't
into
wanna-
that.
watch
That's a
what you-
pretty fish.
There you
Woohoo!
go.
There we go.
There you go, Johnny.
That's
is
an ocean
very
fish.
close to the best
That
fish
is
of
an
the day.
ocean fish. That's a beautiful fish right there. That is one solid fish. Look at that.
Wow.
Whoa! You know, Andy, you might want to touch too, because that handling them fish,
What? Yeah, be
people
careful.
don't realize, John, how strong
That-
these fluke actually are, you know?
You know, and you just grab them by the shoulders.
As hard as you can. Not the stomach side, the
Right.
shoulder side.
Always on the shoulder side. Tell you what,
I
done a
like
nice job with the bucktail.
I like green.
That's a
I like
beautiful
greens.
fish.
6-ounce green spro.
6
All right,
ounce.
guys, we are going to carry this drift out a little bit longer,
Yep.
but we really need to start thinking about, as usual, wrapping up,
Well, you
especially
know what,
now
Andy,
that
today I
Marino has shifted the pool again.
Today I can agree with you, because I'll be honest with you, I think I got baked today.
Wow,
I
the sun's been
neglected the
unbelievable.
sunblock a little earlier. So I think I'm ready to call it also. Johnny, you up?
I'm trying to tangle this line here.
All right, well, let me get this fish back in. We'll drift a little longer and we're out of
Andy,
here.
there's a fish on this line right here, buddy. I ain't lying to you. There's a fish on this line right here. Set the hook, Andy.
Set the hook.
Can he set the hook with that line in your hand? I don't know.
Come
I'll
on,
set
man.
it with it in your hand. I have no problem. No qualms about that.
Set the hook.
straight.
I'm telling you, there's something on there. Whack it.
Oh, this
Lift
could
up
be.
on that rod,
Look
buddy.
at this.
Oh my God.
Showtime.
See that?
You know, I think John gets an assist on this fish.
I don't know about that.
Although it could be a hammerhead flounder.
I'm afraid this is the
I
wrong
can wear
kind
my
of
hat
fish.
after all.
No, I'm afraid this is the wrong fish, guys.
I could wear my hat. Where is it? Let me see.
Andrew, what is that?
I don't know. We're gonna see. You know what?
Is that a fluke?
One
That's a
more
fluke,
fluke.
bud.
Look at this one.
That's a
Now
fluke.
this just goes to prove the example we just talked about 5 minutes ago, where you had a big fish, a little fish.
Yep, there you go.
And you guys saw me drop that back.
Now, look at the stinger hook that fish took here also. Man. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, actually, you got him on the stinger hook here that you had behind the bucktail. That's amazing.
That's your line, not mine.
That is?
Yeah.
Well, you set it up.
Well, that's what I tell you.
Well, you know what, guys? I hate to say it, but now I think we are going to go back.
Thank you for watching. You can use the buttons below to subscribe to our YouTube channel, watch more videos, or to learn more about the location, techniques, and gear as seen in this video.